Alright, so I did my Nintendo make-believe with Universal collab yesterday. And I'll put that video either in the top corner somewhere, I don't know which one, or I'll probably put it down in the links below. Hopefully I remember to do that. But today, we're just going to do Universal make-believe. This time not including Nintendo though. And I think I'm going to start this with the one property that's really their biggest property they have, but they just can't do the right justice. And that is, of course, Fast and Furious. They need to redo this ride. They need to give this property justice for the ride they actually deserve. And I think that needs to be a dynamic attractions, dual power coaster. And honestly, this very easily could be done. And we could act like we are chasing someone. Maybe Dom's gone rogue again, and we have to chase him down again, which is why there's someone next to us. Or we could just use it for a drag race down the mountain from Tokyo Drift. And you don't really have to make it to the main property. We could see features of those characters, but it makes sense why there's not really anyone there. And we finally use the characters from the Tokyo movie that we don't really get to see often. Of course, we have our classics there as well, because you have to have them at least included some shape or form. And we have them kind of giving tips and hints along the way to pretty much help us drive faster and beat the other person where we are racing. Then my next property, don't know if Universal could own this property, but I think if they were trying to get theme parks rights for this property, they'd be very successful with it. And that is Jumanji. I think it has to be a Jumanji land. That would just be so cool. And I love to see this and actually be able to be inside the game. So the only question would be, would it rather be the video game or the board game? I imagine it video game, and you pretty much you go into, I don't remember the main character's house, but you go into his house and you plug yourself into the video game, and you have 4 people along the ride there with you, and you're pretty much riding in the Jeep from the first movie, going on your adventure, and it's kind of a trackless dark ride too. So you're just moving all over the place and making sure you don't lose your lives. Then the next property is Secret Life of Pets. I think this one's pretty simple. It just needs to be a trackless dark ride to find the missing pet or something. Or find the kid, of course. And I think this would be a very fun ride and a fun time going through New York City. Then we have Trolls. And I say once the sequel comes out, I believe we'll have more options for a ride. But right now, I feel like it'd probably be a dark ride just going through that first movie. Because I really don't have any clue what to do with it. Maybe we're escaping the Bergens again. Maybe they somehow turned on us. I don't know. I didn't really have many ideas. I need to see a sequel first for this one. Then, I say we need to redo a property. That property, of course, is Shrek. They're making another sequel for this. So, why not try again on another ride for this and try to make it permanent? Because Shrek's a property I don't think will die. I don't know if it will, but I don't think it would. And I say we need to make this a water/dry ride, where once again we are trying to escape from Lord Farquaad. So pretty much like the movie they made, but now it's actually the ride, and we're going on an adventure. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. Then another property is Madagascar. I say this is probably another water ride here. And of course, we would have to go through all of the famous landscapes from all of the movies while being on run from someone just trying to catch us. So we get to see all of our famous landmarks that we get to see in the movies while also being on the run. Then the next property is How to Train Your Dragons. Honestly, just go look at the blueprints for Epic Universe. That's really all I want. They have a soaring type dragon ride, which may not happen. Then they also have a coaster, and there's also some other kiddie rides. That ride's just a check, and a check. That's 3 checks. It's good to go. As long as they carry out what the blueprints looks like to us, I say they're in good shape. Another property I think would be very interesting for Universal to get is Goosebumps. I think if they could get theme park rights rights to this would be a very, very good thing to see. The movies aren't doing spectacular though. The first one was really good. The second one was kind of eh. And I'd say this just be a very interesting dark ride technique that we could see. And we could easily just start off the ride, like starting at the book. And then we go inside the book pretty much, and we go on an epic adventure. I think this really fit well with them. And they could put this on like their classic Monsterland maybe. And make it so like, hey, there's like a kiddie type ride here for your kids. That's not as scary. Then I say we need another Minions ride, because Despicable Me really deserves a better ride. Not just the one that's based off an app that is now a game that is what they have as a ride pretty much. Because they have Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, which is that one app they pretty much have. And I don't think it's really worth it. It's not that good. I say if I really wanted to ride it, I give it maximum wait time of 20 minutes, maybe 30 depending on my mood. But seriously, like 20 minutes is most days it's like the most I would wait. So I say let's give them another ride, and this time let's make it a fun, exciting adventure about the Minions, which is really like you have Gru, you have the girls, you have everybody else, but the Minions is like the main character out of this Despicable Me area where people just love them. They find the Minions hilarious. They find them cute. They find them cuddly. They just really like Minions. So we're going to go on an epic adventure. How they found Gru, and we start on their epic adventure throughout the movies. We start in the evil convention, then work our way to Gru, and then to the girls, and then keep going on to the second movie, all the way to the third, and we would really have a masterpiece of a Despicable Me / Minion ride. Then we could also maybe do a Lorax. It'd be like a dark ride, I guess. I don't know if this would really work, but it'd be interesting to try. Sing's kind of the same way. It'd probably end up being a dark ride, or maybe like an entertainment show type area where you bring up the kids, they get to practice their singing, and that's pretty much Sing for you. But there's two other properties I have that I think would be interesting in Universal. The first one is some Oceans movies. Which are spy movies. You have Oceans 11, 12, 13. The most recent one is the Oceans 8. And I say it'd probably be another dark ride here. But this time we get it going on a top secret adventure. But like it could be like Rise of the Resistance, where it's like multiple different ride techniques on their little spy quest to rob someone pretty much, and we get to be a part of that. I think that'd be pretty fun to do and be a part of the mission. Then we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this would just be very simple and easy to do. This would be trackless dark ride, and we're just going through the chocolate factory on our own, and at the end of it, we get to eat some chocolate, well, buy some chocolate in the gift shop after the end of the ride. I think that would just be fun to do. So those are some ride ideas / lands / some properties I think they could make some lands on. So if you guys had any thoughts or opinions or like anything else that you guys just want to add, put that down below and I'm going to reply. I'll be answering back to you guys. And if you guys have another suggestion for another video, make sure to put that down below as well. And I may end up doing it sometime here in the near future. And of course, thanks for watching. Make sure to click those links down below: Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. And just make sure to keep on weaving through every day, just like it's your last.